Joining us in our studio is Geoff Lott, a Seattle International Comedy Competition finalist who has shared the stage with greats like Doug Stanhope, Jake Johansson, Jim Gaffigan. And you catch the talent of everyone you've ever shared the stage with. I don't know if that's commonly known, but
we rub up against a few of them.
Yeah. If you share their stage, you are as good as they are.
Or just end up driving them around.
He's driven.
Yeah, I've driven
Jim
most of those guys to and from the club.
And tonight he'll be on stage with Phil Palisole.
Yes.
For tickets, go to ticketweb.com. Geoff Lott, welcome back to the Bob. It's been a long time since you were here.
It's been about 3 years, yeah. Yeah, it's this is nice. I'm really just kind of enjoying a lovely February morning out there. And
where do you make your home?
I live in Kirkland right now.
All the way to the to the club. That's like a short.
Juanita. He lives in the club.
Yeah,
he lives in the back there.
Spent the night there last night.
No,
you're like the gnome.
Yeah, and under number 42.
And now you've been all the way to other places, though. You've been to places like.
Oh yeah,
Clay Elm or Moses Lake.
Absolutely.
Like
I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to throw it out there and make a lot of people very jealous. I spent a weekend in Hermiston, Oregon earlier this year, performing for upwards of 75 people. Well, there were a couple hundred there.
I hear you are so popular in Hermiston, Oregon, that they won't let you pump your own gas. That the people will come out and put gas in your car.
That is true.
No, Jeff.
True.
No. Man like yourself, no, sir.
No, absolutely not. I got out and they were like, "No, sir, absolutely not. Get back in the car. You are too ugly even for Hermiston, and we can't see you on the streets." And I said, "Okay." And yeah, a guy just came right out and did it for me, and it was pleasant.
Shocking when that happens. Now, since we last saw you,
yes,
a lot has changed in your life.
Yes, I got married.
Congratulations.
Well, to a woman, nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy.
Figured I'd give it a shot and see what happens.
Is she pretty?
She's beautiful. Yeah, she's the woman I was dating last time I was here.
Did you bring her in?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. She's either sleeping or cringing at work.
If she's
hoping that I get funnier at some point during this interview.
But most comedians do marry, a little out of their.
Oh yeah, I'm
a little out of their league. Yeah.
It gives me something to work for. It does. It helps me it helps me lose arguments a little bit quicker. And that's the biggest thing I've learned in the past year is that when you fight as a married person, you have to use I statements where you have to say, "I'm sorry, you are too dumb to see that I'm right, and I will allow you this time to win." And that's a great way to.
That's working.
Yeah.
Has that actually left your mouth? Ever?
Oh, no.
Good.
I was going to say.
Yeah. Well done.
Well, if it had, my next question was, what part of Linwood did you meet her in?
Yeah. Well, she's a puncher, but she's, strong woman.
Do you say her name, or are you one of those comics who keeps her anonymous?
Oh, no. I'll say her. Her name's Alicia.
Alicia.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Name. She's wonderful, yeah.
The two of you, anytime soon, expecting with child, that sort of thing? Or are you going to hold off?
No, we're gonna wait a little bit longer.
Until you're rich?
Yeah. Yeah, just, that's the plan. No, we want kids. I just think I would like to adopt around that 12 to 14-year-old age and just get rid of a lot of the stuff. By that point, you kind of know where you're going with it.
You're done with the diapers.
Yeah.
You're done with...
We have a cat we can barely manage. So I don't know that a kid is going to be anytime in the soon.
As a parent of a teenage girl, I would tell you you've got it bass backwards.
Yeah.
What you want to do is get a kid, have a kid, raise a kid, enjoy a kid,
adopt it out at
12. And then ship it off. You deal with college.
Wow. Yeah.
There are. It's like old dogs. There are a lot of 14-year-old kids that probably need adopting out there.
That's a good point.
As soon as T-shirts starts costing $100 is when I wanted to go to the mom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, well, I wouldn't adopt an American teenager. They're very devalued at this point, so I just don't want to do that.
Now, as a local,
yes,
I assume you are cursed, as we all are, with having the Mariners on your television. Have you been watching the games? Because I know you like baseball.
I do like baseball. I like going to the games. It's just that the problem that I have with the home Mariners situations we heard is that every year they think that everything's going to happen with this tidal wave of support behind a slogan, and all of a sudden a good slogan will help them win. But after, as we've seen, a couple of months, you're like, oh, it's these guys. Oh, it's the same.
Oh, yeah.
I think they should have one slogan every year for Mariners baseball, and it should be this. Mariners baseball, 81 days of crappier traffic. My, oh my.
Well, at least be accurate every year.
Yeah, exactly. How'd I get back up to Ferndale? I was heading north.
You know, it's funny because you mentioned that this year the slogan is Mojo Rising, and they give you a little window cling that's Mojo Rising. The first game, they gave me one. The dang thing won't stick.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it won't stick to my window. My Soto Mojo one from back in the day is still there. Yeah, it's still there. But this new Mojo Rising thing just will not
So
stick.
we spent all the money on underperforming players and couldn't afford the cheap glue.
Yeah, and inferior giveaways to boot.
Plastic ought to help.
Will you always live in Kirkland? Or would you move to LA in a heartbeat like most comics do?
I would definitely move. There's just more opportunities down there. Like, I love this area, but there's just far more going on in LA. Seattle's got a great comedy scene. There's a ton of funny people up here, and I say that mostly because a lot of them are listening. But at the same time,
and they're heavier, some of them.
Yes, there's some of them are ugly
by weight.
Ugly makes for better comedy.
It does, doesn't it?
It really does. Yeah. Really beautiful people they don't need the personality to get over, but if you're not that good looking, like, for example, our guest this morning, I feel really bad that they have to both look at and see me and hear me on the radio, because there's a lot of forehead over here. This is a lot of face to deal with. But
it bothers you a little?
Yeah.
Your forehead? Yeah. I mean, it's growing. It's a growing asset.
It is large.
If you did TV, there would be a lot of powder on that.
Yeah,
there would be.
Yeah,
but you're not unsightly. I mean, I've seen worse.
Thanks, Joe.
Not much worse.
But you would be guy in ball cap in the first 20.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. I would be guy in background in ball cap, facing away from the camera.
Do you have a website?
I do. You can go to glrules.com, and if anybody out there is a web designer, I will definitely pay you a couple of bucks to redesign it, because it's a mess right now.
So you have a crappy website?
I have a crappy website.
You're not that technical, are you?
No. I'm somewhat technical. Like, I get along with technology fine. I just think that it has instructions. It just doesn't have rules. Like, people don't know how to properly use it. And one of the best ways you can find that is that we have too many warning labels on things now. And you have like this beautiful piece of technology, and it's more expensive now because of all the testing they have to do to make sure that idiots don't screw it up for the rest of us, where most people are intuitive enough to figure, hey, I probably should just use this for what it's for. But now it's 10 times more expensive because they have to go through all the testing. No matter how simple something is, we have to put a warning label on it to remind an idiot to try to not have sex with it.
I haven't seen that one.
I've seen those on everything now. Yeah.
For example, I will guarantee you that
they should come up with, by the way, just a real simple, slash through don't have sex with visual things. So that we could.
Oh,
so that people don't.
Round circle with a Johnson inside and a line across.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that would go bam right on a snowblower.
Oh man! It said blower right on it.
Exactly.
What was I supposed to think?
My wife's at a softball tournament. I don't know what to do this weekend.
Well,
nuts.
That's very family friendly and nice of you.
Yeah.
And now ticketweb.com is where we can get tickets.
You can get tickets for the show. It's going to be a great show. It's the 1-year anniversary of Laughs Comedy Spot. You can go to laughscomedy.com.